Good afternoon, it is Wednesday, my dudes, and you know what that means? It's buyer's guide time, and nothing major has really been updated across the Evetech store, but I have confirmation that these winter deals are going to be ending on the 15th. So anything you see here is going to be going offline as far as the specials, pricing, and stuff goes within the next week. All right, guys, so you might want to jump on this quickly, and I've created a list much longer than 10 units from these 98 specials of things that are particularly good and I think you should be paying some attention to. Starting off with the Ice Age Mini, it's just a bit better than a stock cooler. It's actually got direct contact heat pipes, which is going to give you a significantly better performance than a stock cooler. It's got a 92mm fan, it's replaceable and stuff, so it's got some built-in lifetime, like some inherent lifetime built into it as well. It's nice and small and sleek, and generally is going to be pretty good for like a little 6-core or something to that effect. And this is just if you want something well better than your stock cooler for $200, it's gonna be worth it. Next we have the Goooooooood Hermes E3. This is a particularly good bang for buck little 60%. It's pretty much the best bang for buck 60% you're going to find. The Goooooooood certified caps are literally Gatorins for the most part. They do use another brand which I can't quite remember, but they were very good on the feel. I remember when I did the review of this, as you can see, it was particularly good at the price point, which was 100 Rand more than it is now. Then we've got the glorious Model O, which is just sort of speaks for itself. It's one of the best price versus performance, high performance models around. 67 grams for the Model O. You can get that with the Pixart sensor for 700 Rand. The Goooooooood Kratos is just a really nice bang for buck power supply. It's under $1,000 for a 3-year warranty product with 750 watts of 80 plus bronze. It's going to be perfect for most builds. If you're going 3070 Ti, or 3070 upwards sort of thing, 6700 XT up, then you might want to get something a little bit beefier, maybe a 750 gold or an 850 bronze even. But for most builds, for most entry level PCs, this is going to be absolutely perfect. Then we've got the Model D wireless, which is 1,200 Rand now. Some of them were going for as low as $1,000, so if that is still on special, then it's $1,000 for a Model D wireless. They have cured a lot of the front heaviness that I found with the original Model Ds. So they've set the sensor and everything a little bit, or the PCB further back in the side of the mouse. So it is a lot more balanced. It's got the new BAMF sensor, which is a 3369 with some upgrades, or 3370 Pixart with some upgrades on it. Then we've got ADATA XPG RAM, 3600 mega CL18, limited lifetime warranty. Pretty nice build as well with the full RGB housing like that. They are going to pop inside of the system, but the main thing here is the price. 1,600 Rand for 2x8 gig of 3600 CL18 is very aggressive. Now, if the Goooooooood isn't up to your sort of premium standards, then I would push you for this on a 60% right now. The Corsairs I really do like, because at the price point, the K65 makes a lot of sense, but these have better switches. These linear opticals from Razer are some of the best feeling linears I've ever used. There's absolutely no scrape or bump or anything in them. So if you like a really clean linear feedback, then this is a really good keyboard. Then for some fun, we have the Ferrari 488 GTB edition. It's basically the T80 that I've done over here. They're all sort of the same with little changes in them. This one of them being that these buttons actually function. This little like mode selector switch is actually functioning buttons on the steering wheel. So this is just a lot of fun little products. Normally they're about 2,300, so 1.8 is significantly discounted. Then if you just want to never look at a power supply ever again, then just get a V1000. It's 1,000 watt gold for $2,000. These are normally 2.5, even on special. So $2,000, it's stupidly aggressive. Then we have the Razer Huntsman Ultimate. This is pretty much like my second favorite of all sort of wireless high-end masks right now. Price versus performance was already pretty good, but now it's 1,700 Rand, which just makes it ridiculously good. EK drops the 240 down all the way to 2,200 Rand, and this is genuinely the best price versus performance now, 240 across the entire store, because this so far is still the best 240 that I've ever tested, or the best set of water cooling stuff, closed loops that I have tested. The performance here, especially on a normalized fan curve, is impeccably good because the pump is basically a cheapened version of their D5, so it performs. Then if you want a wheel that's just a little bit more serious, the TMX Force is a very good option. I have one on a simulated test setup for the Rosie test bench, which I'm going to be featuring early next week with the Samsung QN90, which is just disgusting new QLED that they sent over, which I've already tested with this wheel, and it's just too much fun. The feedback and everything that you derive from this product is exceptionally good. Then I have a VA panel for you. Not normally what I would suggest because of brightness and other sort of factors, but at the price point, this is kind of mental. It's 144 Hertz. It is VA. It should have proper 1 millisecond as well. So it is going to be a little bit better than the 4MS other monitors and stuff that tend to smear a little bit. The stand and the base and everything is really good looking. It's a properly good product with, unfortunately, a 2-year warranty on it. Is the only detractor that I can see here for this monitor. But on paper and at the price point, this is uber aggressive. Then I had to feature an RX 6600 because these are still like the best price versus performance GPUs in market. It's $6,500 now, and you're getting an Asus Dual, which is a bit of a nicer version of it with a 3-year warranty slapped on top. It's kind of nice to have, just that peace of mind, right? But $6,500 for this GPU, it's basically like a 2060 Super sort of level, but at $6,500. Now from the laptops, this one caught my eye because it's got a full 3-year warranty. $10,500 is like about the price. I think 10 grand is what a lot of people are shooting for. And while it is an ultra low voltage, it's still an i5. So it's still got 4 cores and 8 threads at that sort of price point. And because it's ultra low voltage, it's going to get incredibly good battery life. The IdeaPad is a pretty nice chassis as well. Very straightforward and stuff. No frills, no fuss. But it's got a numpad. So if you are doing data entry and stuff, then maybe this will be right up your alley. Full HD screen as well. So you've got decent real estate. It's not like 1366 by 768, which would just be horrible. And all of your macros and stuff across your Excel aren't going to fit anyway. But in this instance, you should be pretty good. Now for an unsung hero, this Acer XB3 is like the most underrated monitor ever. Yes, the 2-year warranty is very not clever from Acer. I don't know why they did that. If they had a 3-year warranty on this, even with a slight price increase, I definitely think it would have done a lot better. But this has genuinely the best panel on any 27 I've used ever. Okay, it's got a sharpening function that just makes it look like 1440p somehow. It's got 240 Hz refresh rate, true 1 millisecond response time, IPS colors on another level. It's got like one of the highest Pantone color ratings ever. It's got a delta E of less than 3. That's like how much the color variance is between the pixels and stuff. It's got literally everything on the best level you could possibly want to have it. This is genuinely the best panel you can buy pretty much that I've ever used. Now for something a little bit more premium and a little bit more design focused. You may have noticed immediately the resolution of that monitor because that's what I noticed when I looked at it. It's also got a 5600H, 16 gigs RAM by standard, 512 gig SSD, and a 3054 gig. So it can game, but most importantly, if you're looking at Adobe Suite, you can render through that RTX GPU, which is going to improve your render times significantly. I mean, like day and night on the hardware rendering at the moment. So if you are looking to get into that space with something that can be mobile and do everything you need to do, then this would be the one that I would suggest, especially because of that monitor's resolution. It's going to give you lots of real estate to design within. Then if you want something just a little bit more gaming focused, the HP series right now, especially on special at these sort of prices, is kind of nuts. This one has a 3050 Ti inside of it with an 11400H, which is slightly better than the 5600H like I showed you in that Asus. So this is more gaming focused. The monitor especially is impeccably good on this. It's IPS 144Hz 1080p. It is really nice and clean. The colors and stuff are fantastic. It's one of the very first times I haven't gone near the vibrance in the NVIDIA control panel is actually with this monitor. It's literally perfect. And finally, if you want the premium version of that and, well, with quite a chonking level more power, this has an 11800H and a 3070 in it, the new HP Omen 16. This thing's a monster, okay? Having tested it and yeah, the processor basically going not just 25% better, which is the core count increase from the 11400H, try 30 to 40% better on my Cinebench scores. This processor is an absolute monster. It's literally like having a server in your pocket, plus then a 3070, plus then a 1440p 165Hz panel. albeit the panel on this doesn't have as good colors as the other one. You will need to go near that vibrancy a little bit, I think about 5 to 10% to help it catch up a touch over there, which may not be as good for designing, but if you just want a really solid mobile gaming experience, then this Omen 16 is hands down the best choice here. And that, my friends, is all I have for you in the buyer's guide for this week. We do have a couple more reviews coming up a little bit later. So until then, hope you guys stay safe, keep well, and I will see you on the flip side.